Hello everybody, Interi back again with another video. Oh my dear God, what a match. What a match, guys. This video is going to be about my thoughts about Federer's victory over Rafael Nadal. 11 years after that epic 2008 Wimbledon final, Federer gets his revenge after 11 years in Wimbledon, guys. Trust me, guys, me as a Federer fan, if I could choose just one loss that has been most heartbreaking for me as a Federer fan, it is without any shadow of a doubt Federer's 2008 Wimbledon final against Rafael Nadal, guys. And I just couldn't imagine that Federer would defeat Rafael Nadal 11 years later in Wimbledon and get his revenge. I know that this was not a final. I know that Federer has not won this title. I hope he wins it, but I doubt that he will win still. But for my personal satisfaction, to see Federer delivering, to see Federer proving me wrong, to see Federer taking Rafael Nadal down in Federer's home guard, after Federer doing his best match since two years' time, guys. I have not seen Federer play this good, ruthless tennis since 2017. You all remember my preview, guys, I did a couple of days ago. I said Federer needs his backhand, Federer needs his returns to have a chance against Rafael Nadal. And they were very, very good today. They were not amazing, they were not impeccable, but they were good, guys. They were really, really good, in my opinion, at least. Federer did a supreme match, guys. He did an amazing match. Without any shadow of doubt, his best match so far in Wimbledon, guys. Because Federer knew, guys, Federer knew before he entered this match that he cannot afford to play mediocre and to hope that he will go out victorious against Rafael Nadal. He knew that he has to play a high quality of tennis throughout the match, which he did, guys. When I saw Federer in that first set, he was blasting serves, guys. He was doing a lot of serve aces. I think Federer did the most of his serve aces in that first set, I think, if I'm not mistaken. In total, Federer did 14 serve aces, and half of those serve aces, I think they came in that first set, guys. Federer was impeccable in that first set. Impeccable. He was staying with Rafa toe to toe, and like we all know, Rafa doesn't go anywhere, guys. And Rafa stayed with Federer as well. You know me, I have done many videos and I've said that to beat Rafa, you have to stay with him. You have to stay with him because he doesn't go down. He doesn't go down. And Federer really stayed with him. Rafa didn't see any break point in that first set. Any break point, guys. And Federer saw only one break point in that first set, but Rafa, he saved that break point. And then both of the players, they keep on holding serve. Besides, like I said, Federer just saw one break point in that first set, but didn't convert. And in that tiebreak, then Federer was the more clutch player. He delivered more. He was better player in that tiebreak, and he won that tiebreak 7-3. That first set, guys, that was huge. That was huge, guys. And I said to my brother, because we was watching the match together, I said to him, when I saw Federer playing like that, I said to him, Federer can win this if he keep on playing like this. Federer can really win this, but can he play like this? Because I knew that Federer will stay with Rafa. I knew that Federer will stay with Rafa, but not all the time. I knew that Federer will do it 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But I knew that he will go down because he has done it in the past. And I was right. Federer went down then in that second set. After Federer was supreme in that first set, he was totally impeccable, good. He then went down in that second set. And Rafa won that second set 6-1. He braked Federer's serve 2 times in total in that second set. And I thought to myself, all right, now it's bye-bye. Rafa will, because like I've told you guys before so many times, Rafa will stay up here. And Federer stayed with Rafa in that first set. But then Federer went down in that second set. Federer was not hitting clean. Federer was doing a lot of errors in that second set. And Rafa, like Rafa always does, he stayed up here. And he said to Federer, bye-bye. You are going down, but I'm not feeling to go down with you. I'm staying up here. And Rafa did that in second set and won that second set 6-1. And I thought that now Rafa is winning this match in 4 sets, like I predicted in my preview a couple of days ago. But then Federer, guys, he went up again in the third set. He went up, guys, again. He was starting to hit clean shots. He was starting to play like he did in first set. He was not serving as good as he did in that first set, because Rafa was seeing more break points in the third set. But Federer was saving them, guys. Federer was saving them. Rafa didn't see any break points in the first set, guys. But Rafa did see break points in the second set. Obviously, he broke Federer 2 times in that second set, and Rafa was seeing break points in the third set as well. But Federer was saving. Federer was hanging in there with great serves, with great approaches in the net, with good decisions, and he won that third set 6-3. And that third set was, if the first set was huge, definitely the third set was huge as well, guys. Because you cannot afford to be behind a beast like Rafa, guys. You cannot afford, because we all know Rafa is the consistency king, guys. So you have to be in the lead. You have to be in the lead. You have to make him uncomfortable, and Federer did. He took that second set 6-3, and then it was 2-1 to Federer, and then Federer was in the fourth set. He braked Rafa in that fourth set as well. For the second time in the match, Federer braked Rafa, and then Federer kept on holding his serves pretty comfortable until that last game, guys, in that fourth set, in that 10th game, guys. I was getting almost heart attack, guys. I could barely watch the match. Federer had a couple of match points, I think 2 match points in the 9th game in Rafa's serve, but Rafa he produced some amazing serves in that 9th game. In the fourth set, he saved both of those 2 match points that Federer had in that 9th game, in that fourth set. And then Federer was serving for the match, and to serve for the match, guys, especially against Rafael Nadal, a player who makes so much returns, guys. He necessarily doesn't do a winners immediately on the returns, but he put so many balls into the court, guys. And it was not easy to serve out the match, to say the least. It was not easy. I think Federer served out the match in his fifth or sixth match point, something like that. 5th or 6th match point, something like that. It was not easy, because every time Federer having a match point in his serve in that 10th game, Rafa was coming up with the goods. Rafa was coming up with the goods. He did a superb return. He was doing great passing shots. Yeah, you name it, really. So I just was walking around on my living room. I just was jumping. I was so nervous because, guys, I know that Federer will not be the favorite against Djokovic. More about that later. I just wanted Federer to prove to the world. I just wanted Federer to prove to me, as a huge fan, that he can defeat Rafael Nadal in the slams. I know that he has done it before 3 times, 2 times in Wimbledon and 1 time Australian Open, but I just wanted him to prove that for the 4th time that he can defeat Rafael Nadal, even when he's 37 years old, almost 38 years old, guys. And he proved that, guys. He converted his 5th or 6th match point in the match in that 4th set, and he then won the match in 4 sets, 7-6, 1-6, 6-3, 6-4. Both of the players braked each other 2 times. Rafa braked Federer 2 times in the 2nd set, and Federer braked Rafa 2 times, 1 time in the 3rd set and 1 time in the 4th set. So the match was close, guys, to be considered that it was not a 5th set. It was not a 5th set match. It was a 4th set match. It was a 4th set battle. Federer won 126 points in total, and Rafa won 117. So you can tell by the stats that Federer didn't won crazy much more points than Rafa. He won only 8 more points, I believe, than Rafa in total. So this match is a proof that this was a very, very close match, guys. 9 more points than Federer won. Federer won 9 more points than Rafa in total, guys. So even though it was a fourth set battle, this was not a one-sided affair. If Rafa would have broken Federer in that 10th game, who knows what would happen. My feeling is that Federer would never have come back, because we all know, guys, Rafa is a consistency beast. Rafa is a mental beast. So, and Federer, of course, knew that. So I was so nervous in that 10th game, in that 4th set. I just was jumping around in my living room. I was just holding my fingers. Come on, Federer, just serve out the match. Just serve out the match. Even though you will not be the favorite in this Djokovic, just beat this guy. Be you the one who stops him to coming closer to your 20 Grand Slam record. Be you the guy, and not hoping for others to be that. Like players like Djokovic who has stopped Rafael Nadal obviously many times in the Grand Slams, and now Federer is being the one who is stopping Rafael Nadal in the Grand Slams for the 4th time in Federer's career. Big congratulations to Roger Federer. He did an amazing performance. All in all, Federer did, I think, 51 winners and only 27 unforced errors. That is a great stat, guys. That is a great stat. Rafa didn't do a bad match himself. Maybe Rafa was not on his absolute best top. Maybe he was not, but he didn't do a horrible match, guys. Absolutely not, guys. Rafa does never do horrible match. We all know that, guys. Rafa did 32 winners in total and 25 unforced errors. That is good stats, guys. And so that is good stats in my opinion. So like I said, Roger won only 9 more points than Rafa in total, and so it was Roger who defeated Rafa. It was Federer who defeated Rafa, guys. Not Rafa who defeated himself. Rafa never defeats himself, guys. Let's be honest, never. Roger served amazingly good, guys, which was a key in the match. It was a key in the match. You cannot serve bad and hope you can defeat Rafa Nadal. No, you cannot. You have to get a lot of free points. Roger served 68 first percent in. That is a high number, guys. That is a great number. It was higher than Rafa. Rafa served 64% first serves in. And Roger was winning 73% of those first serves, guys. 73. And Rafa was winning 74. So Rafa was winning just little more first serves points and then Rafa. Rafa was winning 74 and Roger was winning 73. So it was an even match, guys. It was even. It was a close match. It was not like Roger was much better. He was better, Roger. He was better, but not with much, in my opinion. Like the stats are saying, Roger won 126 points and Rafa won 117 points. So Roger was winning only 9 more points than Rafa Nadal in all in the match. So big congratulations to Roger Federer. Big congratulations to his fans all over the world. Even though Roger, this was not a final, but this was a satisfaction for Roger himself, for Roger's fans, one like me. And stop accusing me I am not a Roger Federer fan. Guys, I swear to God, I am a Roger Federer fan. But I'm a very realistic one, guys. I don't always believe that Roger will defeat Rafael Nadal, especially not in slams, guys. Even though this was grass, I was not believing that Roger would win. I knew that Roger could have won, absolutely. So this is not a miracle that Roger won, but this is a little upset in my opinion, because Rafa was looking murderous good until this match, and he was looking better than Roger, to be quite honest, the first 5 matches in Wimbledon. But Roger just came up with the goods in this match. He was clutch, he was good, he was solid. The only bad set that Roger did, in my opinion, was that second set. That second set, Roger just collapsed, guys. But the other 3 sets, Roger was really good. And that's why he won the other 3 sets. And Rafa was not bad either. Rafa was staying with Roger. But Roger was just the better player on the day, guys. So now Roger will face Novak Djokovic in the final. Roger will not be the favorite there, guys. He will be even less favorite in that match than against Rafael Nadal in this match, in my opinion. Roger has not defeated Novak Djokovic in a slam match since 2012, guys. 7 years, guys. 7 years. And that was in Wimbledon back in 2012 in that semi-final. So Novak is the favorite in the final, in my opinion. I have said that Novak is the favorite before this event started, and I will not change my mind. But I just thought that Novak will face Rafa Nadal on the final and not Roger. But Roger proved me wrong. Roger proved me wrong, guys. I am very happy that he did. I hope that Roger can prove me wrong one more time in the final. I really hope he can prove me wrong one more time, but I don't think that he will do it, but I hope I'm wrong. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.